Okay, recording. Okay, as we were, so you have 1 foot on the mat, 1 foot on the floor. This is for balance, not necessary if you don't need it. So we're just going to start with sliding this free leg front to back, okay? You have to keep your foot pretty light on this piece of equipment. Otherwise, if you push down too hard on it, it's not going to move. It's going to just get stuck, okay? So most of your weight is on your standing leg and the other leg is moving freely. Now we'll come up and circle and pull in, up and circle. We're going to do 5 of these. Good, and then we're going to push back and around. So when you work on the core line in the studio, you have 2 carts that slide in a track. So we're just basically recreating that in this. You have a ladder that you can hang on to. Unfortunately, we don't have a ladder. So now we're going to start to go into some reverse lunges. So you push the whatever you're using back, and then you start to bend your front leg. And then you straighten your front leg and you pull in. Push back, go as low as you want. Lower, in, push back, down. So as you probably get more tired, you start to put some weight on that gliding leg. But see if you can keep it nice and light, making the standing leg do all the work. Let's do 3 more. And 2. And 1 more time. Good. Just stand on both feet for a second, rock the hips out a little bit. So again, you can use that if you want to, you don't have to. So now we're going to go side, stand on both feet, okay? And then using the inner thighs, you're going to pull both legs together. You're going to push out standing on both feet and pull in. Push away, pull in. Push away, pull in. Not super easy to do. Abs in, pull in, 2 more, out, pull in, 1 more time, out, and pull in. We're going to go to the back again. Your heel's lifted, by the way. So you're going to push back, your heel will come up, you're going to bend your standing leg, and we're going to stay here as low as you want, and we're going to do 10 counts in and out. 2, 3, 5, 8. Good. Up to standing. Good. Push away, light on the leg. Bend this leg, hip back. Knee bends. You push out. You stand back up. Back to the side. Out. So these are called skaters. If you ever done speed skating or hockey skating, my standing leg is getting quite tired already. Last 2. Good. And home. Stand on both feet and rock the hips out. And before we change to the other side, we're going to do 1 more set to the back with the pull in. Okay. Challenge yourself to go slightly lower if that's appropriate for you. Okay. So push back, heel up, get into that front leg, stay low as you pull in and out. Arms out. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Hip, hip, hip. Good. Then we'll go to the other side. I'm dog sitting today. He's looking for something to lay on. You looking for something to lay on there, buddy? Go ahead and set yourself up Right. Tend to the animal. All right, start with just the movement front and back. Remember, you want your feet light on your glider or your pot holder. So you're barely touching the floor. Good, now we'll start to move back. Start small, test to your knees, right? We practice this a lot, guys, where the hips go when you're doing this kind of exercise, right? You need to go back. See, my knee doesn't go forward very much. Back. Back. 3 more. 2. 1 more time. Good, and now you're gonna push away, stand on both feet and rock your hips side to side. Good, and then you wanna try to pull this in. So you have a little bit of weight on this leg, not like when we're going back and forth. So you wanna pull in, push out, pull in. It's a lot of pelvic floor actually, a lot of Kegel work here. Pull in. Breathe out when you pull in. 2 more. 1 more time. In. Good. Now we go back to the back. Heel lifted. I'm going to put this over here. So now we'll just pull the slider in, staying in that low crouch. So send your hips back first, bend your knee, and pull in for 10. 6, 4, abs are lifted, 3, 2, and stand. Woo, stand on both feet. Now we go side. So this leg's getting most of the work. Hips are back, you go out and pull in. Skaters. 6, 7, 2 more. Good, and home. Take a break. Our last set of 10 is in the low crouch with the legs going backwards. Hip strength, critical to knee health. Strong hips, happy knees. Okay? That's why when you go to PT, they make you do bridges. You got a knee problem, you do bridges. Okay? Back, hips back, right? Bend, go as low as you can, arms out if you want. 10. I really feel my heel and my butt on this side. 4, 3, 2, oh, and stand. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna move that out of the way. I'm gonna turn my mat. You don't have to, but I'm going to. And we're gonna have a seat. Keep your equipment handy. If you guys who have carpet, if you want to come back to your carpet, you can. We're going to be doing some more gliding things here on the floor, but I can give you options for that. All right, so go ahead and lean back and cross one leg over, and then just pick this leg up, which should give you kind of a nice stretch here. And then do a little rock side to side. And slide that leg out, and then take the other one, cross it, knee opens, and slide side to side. Good. And out. So if you return to your carpeting, you're going to want to get your roller because we're going to be pulling our feet in and out. So if you're going to use your roller, you're going to do it that way. Otherwise, we're going to use the gliders or the pot holders. I'm going to call them sliders. Okay. So they're going to go to the end of your mat. And then you need to move down so that you're close to the end. You're going to put your heels on there. Put your hands behind you. And we're going to just glide out. So if you're doing the roller, just put your feet on the roller and pull in. Inhale away. Actively exhale, draw in the belly and pull the gliders in. Inhale out. Exhale, pull in. Out. Exhale, pull in. One more time out, exhale, pull in. Good, push away, bring your arms forward. As you roll down, so this applies to the roller too, you'll pull your roller, bend your knees, arms go over your head. Inhale, the gliders will move, the sliders will move. Lift up your arms, roll up, sliders move away. Exhale, pull in, roll back. Inhale, exhale, back up. This is going to kind of train your hip flexors to actively work while you're moving so that your legs don't pop up, right? Up, exhale. Last time, we'll stay down. Good. I'm going to move down a little bit further so that when I bend my knees, I'm not bumping into the edge of my mat. So I'm going to keep my back leg in, which is my left, and I'm going to push the right one away and pull in. Out, pull in, out. Make this connection up and move downwards here. Last two, last one. Good, and then we'll go to the other leg. Push out and pull in. If you are not on a floor, then I would just push your heel on the carpeting. One more time. Good, we're going to keep both feet in. Gliders will stay there, pick up a leg, arms up. We're going to do the hundreds. You can do any leg configuration you like, chest up, pump. Go ahead and slide one leg forward. Take that same leg straight up to the ceiling. Bend it. Opposite leg goes out. That leg goes up. Both legs up. Here's your last 10. Knees in, head down. Place your feet back on your sliders. So this time we're going to do a bridge with one leg sliding in and out. If you don't have sliders, you're just going to do bridges, okay? So you're going to lift the hips, transfer the weight to the back leg, push this leg out and in for 5, 4, 3, hips stay level. 2, maybe put your hands there to make sure that's happening. Good, and hips down. Take a short break. We go to the other side. Now, the other thing is you have to keep pulling in on the non-moving leg because otherwise that slider will slide away from you. Hips up and move the back leg out and in. 2, 3, 4, one more time, and 5. Good, hips down. Push the legs away. Pick up the right leg, hands behind the head, elbows open, close the elbows slightly, pick up the head and shoulders and give me some baby circles here. Hold up your head and shoulders from your trunk muscles. Good. Drop the leg across, twist, let your head drop the other way. Pick up the head and shoulders. Pick up the leg, drop the head, open the leg. Pick it up, twist, pick it up, open. Last time, pick it up, twist. Center, knee, head, grab your leg. Whew, that was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. We'll transition because you don't want to do those two exercises in a row. So heels in, out, and around. One more. Reverse. 2, 3, 4, last one, 5. Good. Stretch the legs out, pick up the opposite leg, hold the head, curl up. This is an option, you don't have to do this part, right? You can stay down on your back. 2, 3, 4. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As the leg crosses over, twist, rest your head, lift back up, twist, careful going this way, right? Lift, drop your head. There you get to inhale, exhale, come up, lift up. Last time, lift up. Woo, leg center, give it a hug. Both knees in, hold the back of the thighs, pick up the head, and roll up. We're gonna roll like a ball. Somebody's trying to get in, right? Hold, roll it back. Breathe, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Want to keep the chin dropped. One more time. Good. Open the legs up to wide. I'm going to turn. You're going to use your gliders, your sliders. So my legs are out. Let me tilt that down. Whew, and I can get some water. The legs will be here. Come on, look crooked. Okay. Arms in front, sit up nice and tall. Breathe in, exhale, tuck the pelvis. You'll feel your heels move. You don't have to, you can do this on carpet, guys, if you don't have these. This is just for effect. Breathe in, exhale, tuck and tilt back, curl back. Yeah, you can go down pretty low, right? Pretty low, as long as you can get back up. Can you keep your heels down? Go back. One more time. Come up. Rest your hands behind you. Pull in. Pull in. Notice the legs are open. Pull in. One more side. Pull in. Pull in. So that's your testing. Again, you can do those on the carpet or you can just leave your legs still. Arms out in front, tuck and curl back. Pull in. Pull in. 3 sets. Pull. Resonates in the abs. One more time. Pull and pull. Come all the way up to seated. Good. Second option will be both legs will pull in at the same time. We'll do a set of 5. Okay? Comes from here, not here. Arms out in front, tuck and curl back. Pull the legs in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Woo. Come back up to seated. Hands behind you, legs together. Pull them in, take your feet off, take one of them, and bring it back behind you. So you guys that are not on a floor, this exercise, you can just put your hand back and you can just do a side bend. When your hand is back there, you want to make sure you bend your elbow, okay? Otherwise, we're going to glide back and forth. So one hand is back on your glider, your slider. You're going to lift this arm up. Your legs are going to stay down and you're going to glide back and come back up. So you twist a little bit. So because we're moving, we don't have to bend the elbow, but if you're not moving, you're going to have to bend your elbow. Here we go, back. 5 of these. 3. I'm inhaling on my way back. Exhaling on my way up. Good, I'm going to change to the other side. We good? Take a little break. These are challenging exercises, okay? Again, you can put your hand down, bend your elbow, and bend back, okay? Otherwise, slider. You're off on the side a little bit. You're not straight behind you. And I know there's some of you that can go straight behind you, so just kind of go to the side a little bit. Back. No weight on your arm. It's all core. Two more. Whee! One more time. Yes. And up. Oh my gosh. Let's flip to belly. Rollers are applicable at this point if you don't have sliders. Dog is very stressed out by the move. He's kind of happy when he gets to come over here. Okay, hands on top. Chest down, but face lifted. So you're not up here, right? You're kind of resting on your rib cage. Hands on the sliders. Push, circle, in. Push, circle, reach, circle. One more time, reach out, circle. I'm cleaning the floor and reverse. Now here, I want you to add some extension. So you can extend, come down, bend your elbows, go around, straight arms, inhale up and down. Bend the elbows, circle, inhale up. Oh, the things you find on the floor at this level. Bend your elbows, circle. One more time, lift up. And circle. Good, let's go side to side. leave those there and put your forehead down. So my head's on the floor because I was using my sliders. I'm okay with that. So with the forehead resting, let's work a little bit in the lower body, and we're gonna do alternating. So you're gonna pick up your right leg and put it down, and left leg and put it down. So I want you to pick up your leg bone, but leave your hip on the floor, right? Leave your hip points on the floor, pick up your leg bone. So you can inhale to do that or exhale. Last two. Last one. Good. One side for me is definitely easier than the other one. I'm going to grab my glider, my slider in my right hand, and my opposing leg will end up coming up as I pull myself in from this side. Okay? So this slider is down. This hand does not have a slider under it. So I'm going to lift and pull. I can push on this hand a little bit if I want to help with my extension, right? I prefer that than your lower back. Lift up 5 times. 3. That's an inhale. Exhale down. 4. 5. Right away, you should feel that cross-body connection between the opposite heel and the palm. Okay, use this arm a little bit. We'll go to the opposite side. Here we go. Pull in, lift up, and down, and lift. 3, 4. One more time. 5. And down. Good. Rest your head again. Bend your right leg. Just bend it, bend it, bend it. Move it around a little bit. Maybe make some circles. And reverse them. So we're going to do a little bit of a rollover. I'm going to move back on my mat just for comfort. It's not necessary. I'm going to reach this back arm straight up. This hand's going to go here. This leg is going to bend. So my same leg is bent as my arm is bent. I'm going to push myself back until my foot's on the floor. And then I'm going to roll all the way open. I'm going to keep that foot bent. And then I'm going to lift that back arm, push on my foot. Bring this hand back to the front floor and roll the hip. Okay, so I'm going to use my hand actually to lift my leg up a little bit. So I'm going to push, lift, roll back, foot touches, I open. My hip is not down all the way. I suppose I could let it go down all the way if I want. That's okay. Push into that foot, lift your arm, come around, hand on the floor. This is kind of helps me hit the brakes. Keep that leg off the floor as long as you can. And then down. We'll do that one more time. Bend, push into the floor, lift your leg, come back, touch the floor, drop the hip if you want. And then roll back over. This hand helps me slow down and bend. Good. Okie dokie. We're going to go back to the sliders. I don't really need to go to the front of my mat because we're going to do some side bends. So I'm going to keep my back hand, which is my left hand, on the floor. My right hand is on the slider. I'm going to slide and over, okay? So it's a pretty big side bend. So you're going to slide and side bend, look down, come around, follow your hand. Look down. Follow your hand. Look over your shoulder. One more time. Look over your shoulder and come back. Switch. Stay up in your extension. Look over your shoulder. And look over. I'm pushing on this hand on the floor a little bit. Over your shoulder. Last two. One more. Good. I'm going to leave those up here. This is the other side now. So my front arm, my right arm is going to extend out. Back arm bends. Elbow bends. Leg bends. Lift, push. Let the foot drop. Roll all the way over. Breathe. Lift the arm, push into the foot. Use your hand to stop your progress, so you slow way down. And again, bend and push, lift. And close. Keep that leg up if you can. Two more, up, push. Been thinking about hip extension a lot because we've spent 10 months inside sitting down basically. So anytime we can get this hip extension to happen, that's a good thing. So here's your hip extension right here. And then you slowly come over and leg goes down. Good. So you get some hamstring action. We go back to the gliders, hands underneath. We are going to do both arms. They're going to come down by your sides. So they're going to go like so. You're going to lift, and then you're going to drop. If you don't have gliders, just pull the arms back and down. Lift up. So you get about 3/4 of the way around. So you're pushing into the gliders, pushing, pushing, pushing. You get to this height, and then you can't push anymore, but you need to stay at that height. And then you come back, you start to be able to push into the gliders again. Good, just watch the lower back. So it's a lot of obliques, a lot of side muscles. Press, hold your extension. Last time, circle back. Lift and come down. Good. Bend your elbows, child's pose. I've been completely ignoring hip extension of the upper spine lately, so I apologize for that. We're going to go into the abdominal series. Because I'm human and I'm lazy and I don't like to do extensions. So I'm just like, well, let's just leave it out. But it's important, right? Okay, come on down. Two exercises in a row. Break, 2 exercises in a row, break, and then the fabulous crisscross side to side at the point when you're pretty tired, okay? So our first exercise, hand on the ankle, opposing hand up there on the knee, the leg stretches out. Once you're set up here, your head and shoulders rise, your leg can drop, and we start to switch. 5, 6, 2 more. Both knees in, extend, hug. 2, squeeze. 3,
Go into 8, 7, 8. Oh, yeah. And down. Drop the legs, roll the head side to side. Good. Stretch out one leg on the floor. Take the opposite leg up. Grab behind the thigh. Once your head and shoulders come up, you can work closer to the foot. We're going to do the double bounce on this one, which is what you're supposed to do in this exercise. Kind of wakes up the hips. Pick up the head, walk up the leg, pick up the opposite leg. So we're going to go 1, 2, 2, 3. Drop your chin through your chest. It'll help your neck. 6. You got 2 more. Then you get to grab your head. You can always take a break in between. Good. Legs up. Hold your head. Find your head position. Bend your knees. Feet down and lift. 2, 3, 4. Last one. 5. Good. And lower. Hug your legs. Now we have the fabulous crisscross. We're going to put our feet down for a moment. Take the right hand behind the head. Place the opposite arm on the floor. I want you to lift your elbow, and at the same time that your elbow comes up, your ribs come up. And I want you to roll pretty far over, right? Your hip is going to lift and everything. Hi. What's up? Roll. And back. And one more time. Roll. And back. I know I've said this before, but good thing he's not one of those dogs that like stands on top of you when you're trying to exercise. That wouldn't have worked, would it? All right, other side. Elbow lifts, rib cage lifts. Hold your head, hold your neck, basically. Cross. So get that sensation of the ribs rolling off the floor instead of your ears and your elbows. Last. Good. So when we add the legs in, you're not going to be able to lift up that quite that high, or maybe you can. So we'll cross opposite knee to elbow. Pick up the head and twist. 2, 3. Roll over. 4, 5. Last set. Yes. And home. Whee. Legs to chest, turn on your side, and come up to seat. What you looking for, buddy? All right, so either you're going to do a gliding mermaid or you're going to do a regular mermaid. Mermaid legs. So let's work in this hip a little bit. So go ahead and put your hand on the floor. We're going to use those in a second. So sometimes these hips are reluctant to drop to the floor, right? So let's just kind of push this hip forward, and you can actually come up on your knee and then drop your hip down and try to sit it back. This leg on me is not the happiest camper. And then push the hip up. So here's your hip extension again. Let's go here. And then you'll feel this hip crease as you try to come back and sit down closer to the floor if possible. Push and lift up. Sit. just dying to sit in one of the chairs. And one more time. Up. So what I did there was I kind of got my foot out of the way. So if my foot is flexed like this, I cannot get my hip down. But if I turn my foot underneath me, I can pretty much get it down. First, you guys, you may have no problem getting your hip down, or it doesn't matter which way your foot goes. There's no way your hip's going down, right? And we're all different. All right, so here we're gonna go glide. We're gonna glide. So hand on the glider. Again, if you're on the carpet, just do a side bend. You're gonna have to bend your elbow. So we're gonna go over, over. So I don't get to use that hand anymore. 2 more. 1 more. Stretch that leg out. Drop that hip down. Okay. Push this out of the way. So we're going to do a long leg hip extension. So this leg will stay here. This hand will go here. So you're going to lift up. Drop down. I'm going to move back so my knee's not on the floor. Lift up. Drop all the way to the floor. Lift. One more time, up. And down. Okay. Other side. So this side's super easy for me. Boom, hip pokes right down. Doesn't really matter which, well, I guess it does matter with my foot. My foot does not want to be out there. So I can easily get this hip down. Okay, so now we'll go into extension first. So just start small, just lift your hip up a little bit and drop and lift and drop, and one more time, lift up and drop. So now we'll start to move on to the knee, okay? Use your hand on the floor, arm is gonna lift up. Try to replace your hip down on the floor, lift. Two more, up. And you know, you guys, I try to, in each class that I'm teaching during the week, I try to accommodate everybody. So if something's not working for you and you're like, I can't come anymore because it's not working, would you please let me know? Because I wanna be able to try and make everybody happy. And that's not always easy to do, but it's a goal. Here we go, over. So now we're completely relying on trunk muscles because this is gliding. Trying to keep the hip down. I like to exhale up. If I don't put any weight on my moving arm, then I'm not going to hurt my shoulder. And up. Bring this forward, stretch this leg out. Make sure my knee's on my mat. Then we'll go up into a nice long hip extension. So hand on the floor, lift, up. Sit all the way back. Lift up. And last time, lift lift up. And back. Good. So from easy to more challenging, not easy, but definitely doable. Okay, so don't have gliders, you're gonna hold plank. If you have gliders, you're gonna move your legs. Okay? I'm gonna use the front edge of my mat for my palms. There are some days where I can't get my palm flat on my right side. Notice all my stuff's going on my right side. So if I just put my hands on the edge of the mat, just that little bit of a lift is helpful. And then I'm gonna put my toes, so here I'll turn a little bit. So I'm gonna, on my right foot, I'm gonna curl my toe, and then I'm just gonna press back and in, back and in. And if you wanna do this down here, you certainly can. On your elbows. I'm gonna turn back to the front, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So curl the toe, find my glider, knee lifts off the floor. 2, I prefer to be on my hands. 3, 4, and 5. So I'm sure you know where this is going. So we're gonna go into plank. So that's your option if you're not interested in doing that. So you need to stretch one of the legs out first, okay? That one goes out first, that leg is straight. Make sure your toes on top of your glider. Then your other one goes out. You're gonna pull your right one in and your left one in. Right, left. One more time, right, left. Good, knee in and uncurl your toes and take a child's pose. Not at all easy, right? Second set. We go this way so you can see me. This set, one foot will be on, one foot will be on the floor. Okay, so I'm gonna go out, side, in, down. So practice here with the other knee down. When your other leg comes off the floor, this is not going to be as big. One more time. Out, in, and down. Take the leg that is not under the glider, stretch it out underneath you. Find your upper body work. Take your other leg out, in. 2, 3, 4, and in. Take a break. Notice how much easier it is to do the exercises, when one foot is not on a glider and one is, right? So different. Okay, let's practice other side. Practice means if you're not interested in doing the second variation, you stay with that one. Out, open, close, in. 2. We're doing 4. Good. Stretch out the leg that is not on the glider. Get into your upper body strength. Extend out the opposite leg. Out, in, pull. 2, 5 of these. 3, 4. Last one, 5. And again. Knees down. Child's pose. Round up to seated. Good. If you can sit like this on your legs, sit like this. If you can't, sit on the floor. Extend your arm out to the front. Flip the hand over and stretch the wrists. Go ahead and stretch in the other way too. And then circle them. other side. So Marcia, I assume you're on your elbows when you did that whole group of exercises. And then go the other way. Yeah, any wrist issues, go to your elbows, right? Circle. Okay. If you're on carpeting, you should be able to do this pretty easily. You're just gonna swirl your hand around on the floor, okay? We're gonna be in tabletop. All right, somebody's put something in the chat. Unfortunately, I can't see that, but I will later. Tuck and curl. And again, you can be on your elbows. One more time. Good. You don't want to be on your wrists. Now's the time to lay on the floor and lay on your back and just take a break. So you're going to transfer your weight over to your right hand and you're going to swivel here 3 times one way and 3 times the other way. And then we'll switch to the other side. 3, 2, 1, and reverse. 3, 2, 1. And for our last exercise, if you're with me, we're going to do that in plank. Okay? Can't do this on your elbows. Stretch a leg out, stretch a leg out. We'll start with the right hand moving. 1, 2, 3, reverse. Crazy hard. Switch. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying not to let my hips go off to the side. 2, 3. Knees down, knees down. You wouldn't think that'd be so hard, would you? Stretch out. Pull in, stretch to the side. Pull in, stretch to the other side. Come in. Come to your back for a moment. Arms up. Take the right arm, let it drop across your chest. Take the left arm on top of that one. Walk your hands to the back of your body. Breathe. Lift up the top arm, then the second arm, and switch the arms. Open the arms, palms up, chest wide. Pat yourself on the back. That was a challenging class. Turn to your side. Come up to seated. All right, and I'm going to crawl over there and turn the recording off.